one of the most important things of design is not thinking outside the box. It's to actually think that this box doesn't exist. It's about demolishing the box. And in a traditional approach, the box is created by societal norms, what people think should be the right way of doing things, what people think are obvious. But to me, that box should not exist in design, and there should not be a standard platform for you to build out your work. Instead, you create that own platform to yourself. So again, it's not about thinking out of the box, it's demolishing the box and believing that there is no box. So I have a couple of personal philosophies that help me through tough times. A is that moonshot. You should come up with some crazy, out of this world ideas that are so crazy that it might just work. You don't always have to think of practical solutions. Sometimes you can think of solutions that aren't practical and just go for it, because that unleashes your creativity and that crazy idea could work. So when I find myself in tough situations, instead of thinking of practically what do I have to do to get past this, I just think of something so crazy and so out of this world that sometimes people don't think of it from that way, and therefore I'm able to solve that problem. Another approach for me is to look closer. Because when I find that I have a specific problem in front of me, I realize that sometimes I'm just looking at the bigger picture, and what's really important is to notice those minute details that you may think don't actually make a difference, but when you look at those details and you do something about those minute details, you're able to get past roadblocks. It's about seeing the invisible problem, not just the obvious one. A lot of designers today feel that design is about themselves and how they are able to express their creativity or their imagination, and may not necessarily think about the actual people who are consuming your design, whether that's a viewer of a painting or a user of a product. But designers should also think about people and empathize with who's going to be viewing this painting or who's going to be using this product, and really see through the eyes of an end user, an end human being. So for me, being a contrarian is about not thinking about the risks of doing something, but rather thinking about the happiness and the potential of doing something risky. For me, I always think about how happy will this make me and what potentially is the benefits of doing this, rather than the risks or, there are a lot of cons to it. Yes, you should see the pros and cons, but at some point the benefits and the happiness of doing what you love doing should always outweigh the risks. And I've learned that there are always going to be naysayers. There are going to be people who bring you down or may have closed minds, and therefore you will doubt yourself. But it's always important to go with your gut and not really care about the naysayers, because you have to live with your own decisions.
Turn on the sensors.
Sensor mode on.
I'd like to stir up the future of design by creating a movement towards human-centered design and thinking about people and empathizing and not going with the flow. If someone designs something, not just copying it or improving upon it, but thinking about something so crazy that no one would ever think about.